morning and welcome to video 16 of me growing out my beard. There are many amazing holiday gifts you can get for any drummer, such as a custom t-shirt like this one, or anything from Sweetwater, Donner, or a membership for Flow Marching. All of which happen to be linked in the description for affiliate programs, so please go use those if you're going to buy anything from there. But aside from those, there are a lot of good gifts and a lot of bad gifts that you can give a drummer. But before we get into it, make sure that you click that subscribe button, ring that Liberty Bell, and click that like button. I am currently the third most subscribed EMC channel, and when I become number 1, I will make a very special video. Okay, let's get some gifts. So first we're going to start off with some good gifts, some gifts that you're going to want to get a drummer, which number 1 is tools. Drummers need tools. This little multi-tool here is a great gift to get anyone. It's got a bunch of these hex Allen key things. It's got a drum key on it. That's very important. And we got your flathead screwdriver and also a Phillips head screwdriver. All very necessary things that a drummer will need at some point in their career. And while these kind of drum keys are great, if you are a marching drummer, you're going to need one of these high torque drum keys. Very, very useful for tuning and cranking the crap out of your marching drums. I also have a couple of these socket wrench sets here. These come in really handy when I'm adjusting and tightening the spacers on my tenor drums. An adjustable wrench is also a good one that can come in pretty handy, and no matter if a drummer already has these tools, you can get them more, alright? You can never have enough drum keys. I want all of the drum keys. Number 2 best gift is earplugs. I do firmly believe that every drummer should use earplugs most of the time when they're practicing. I use them in just about every single video that I make, and I usually use these super cheap, just foam ones. These foam earplugs come in pretty big packages, and they are not expensive whatsoever. I did get a pair of those custom fitting molded ones that go into your ears, but I lost them a long time ago, and that's why I don't want to get expensive earplugs, because they're so easy to lose, so I just go with these guys. Best gift idea number 3 is stick tape for you marching drummers. This is just straight up electrical tape, and this is what you use to wrap around your drumsticks to make them not break as fast and also add some weight onto them. Yeah, pretty much everyone who does drumline should know about this. You just tape your stick all the way from the bead up to where you hold it. Some people like to tape the whole thing, some people tape less, but if you are in marching band and you play in drumline, you're gonna need to use stick tape, alright? Everyone should. Number 4 best gift is going to be one of these cymbal felt replacement kits. I just did a simple Google search here, and there are a lot of really good looking cymbal felt packs. These things get lost really easy, okay? Any drum set player will know the struggle. So yeah, definitely a great gift for anyone who owns or plays a drum set. Number 5 best gift for drummers is a practice pad. There are a crap ton of practice pads out there. Every drummer should own and want a practice pad, and most drummers will collect practice pads. I did a practice pad review video back in the day. If you want to get an idea of what practice pad you should get, you can check that video out. So you're going to want to put in some research for this, because I know a lot of marching drummers probably won't want this Remo pad because that's more for like a drum set. And whatever you do, don't get Xymax, okay? But we're going to talk about that later in this video. Don't worry. We're going to talk about them. Number 6 best gift for drummers is gonna be drumsticks. Every drummer needs drumsticks to play drums, unless you play like bongos or hand drums or something. Now the thing with this is a lot of drummers are kind of picky with what sticks they use, so you might want to ask them first what sticks they use, or if you're trying to surprise them, maybe just go to their drum set when they're not at it and look what sticks they have there. I'm not picky like whatsoever with using drumsticks. As long as they're not broken, I can use them. But a safe bet for a drum set would be like a 5A stick. That's a pretty like neutral, normal stick to use. Or if the person is in drumline, maybe a Core Master marching stick, something like that. That's a pretty neutral stick as well. Best gift number 7 is drum heads. Again, every drummer is gonna need drum heads, unless they only play like cymbals or cowbell. Now, same issue here with the drumsticks. A lot of drummers are really picky with what heads they use. I am actually kind of picky with my heads. For my tenor drums, I almost always use pinstripes. So it might be a good idea to ask the drummer what types of heads they like, or go check out their drums and see what heads are on there currently. And you also are gonna need to know the size of the drums, or else they can't use them. Usually, a drum set player, 99% of the time, their snare drum will be a 14-inch, and that is probably the head that they're going to need to replace the most. So a 14-inch drum set snare drum head is probably a good neutral drum head to get a drummer. Okay, on to the bad gifts. What gifts should you avoid getting a drummer? Number 1 on my list is anything from Xymax Percussion's website. So I do own a few Xymax practice pads, and I actually really like these pads. I think they sound and feel really good. The problem is, you're never going to get your product in if you order off of their website. Last I heard, they actually went out of business, and now everything on this site is just, you know, liquidation and stuff that's left over. There's a bunch of products on here, and I don't trust any of this crap. Yeah, dude, I wouldn't risk buying anything off of their website. If you want to buy a Xymax pad, look for used pads, okay? That's the best option I can give you. If you ordered a Xymax product, compose a comment and let me know how long you waited to get it, or how long you have been waiting to still get it. I ordered new tenor rims for this pad. As you can see, there's missing a few. And that was, I think, 19 months ago. 19 months I've been waiting for that product, and I'm never gonna get it. I'm not expecting to. The second worst gift you can get any drummer is the Trixon backwards marching tenor drums. So on Trixon site, they got like all of these pretty cheap drums, and we go to marching toms. We got a little practice pad here. Got all these little sets of 2 drums and 3 drums. These would probably be pretty good for like a small child, just to mess around with marching drums. But then we get down here. Yeah, the drums are set up in freaking reverse order. When you're looking at these drums, the number 1 drum, smallest drum, should be on the left inside, and then 2 should be on the right inside. Number 3 should be on the left outside, and 4 should be on the right outside. The thing is, if someone buys these like for a practice drum set, like no matter where you march ever in the world, if you go and march drumline in high school, march in college, do drum corps, march in a military band, the setup for the tenor drums will never be that, alright? It'll always be in this order. There's some other models down here. These are good. These are in reverse order. These are a disgraceful mess, and I actually bought these drums for a video, and if you want to watch me review them, please feel free to. And then I believe all the rest of these are fine. I think there's a second page. Yeah, these are all good. They're set up correctly. So for some reason, Trixon sells like a few sets that are in reverse order. So I do think that these drums would be decent for a set of practice drums, but please make sure you get the drums that are set up in the correct order, or else you're gonna have to like do a lot of drilling and fix them up like I did in that video. The third worst gift to get a drummer is a metronome that does not have a Bluetooth connection option. I think all drummers know the struggle of practicing with a metronome, okay? Unless you have like one of those Megavox speakers with you, you are not going to be able to hear your metronome just sitting next to you while you play, because the drums are loud, alright? That's the way it works. So the easy solution is to just get a pair of headphones or a pair of earbuds and connect the metronome to the Bluetooth, and then you can hear it. Most metronomes have the option to plug in headphones, but the cord always gets in the way when you're drumming. It's a real pain in the butt. And there are a crap ton of free metronome apps on smartphones. I use this one called Tempo. Pretty simple, to the point, and does the job. There's a lot of groups that still use these Dr. Beat 90s, which this was like the hip thing to get back when I marched, but now with the invention of Bluetooth, I don't think that it is necessary. I used to use one of those things all the time when I practiced, alright? And I didn't get a smartphone until like my junior year of college, because remember, I'm kind of old. So I spent like 90 bucks on the metronome, and probably like $300 on batteries for it, because the batteries die so freaking fast on those. And then when the battery does die, you lose all of the program tempo changes you have on there, so you gotta reprogram all that crap, so it's just better to use a free metronome app on your smartphone. Or last resort, you can go on Google and Google the word metronome and you get a metronome. Also, pro tip for anyone editing videos. If you're recording your screen on your monitor and also recording with another camera, it is best to line up those videos using the Google metronome, because I can just come here and click the play button. So those clicks got recorded on the screen and the microphone also picked them up, so now it's really easy to line up the two videos. Simple life hacks. The number 4 worst gift to get a drummer is novelty drumsticks, such as the Hard Rock Cafe sticks. Now, these would be a cool gift to get a drummer if they know to just use them for like decorative purposes, like to put on a shelf or in a picture frame or something. But if you buy these drumsticks for like your little 10-year-old percussionist grandson or something and tell him to use them in band class, don't do that. Please don't do that. The quality of these kind of sticks are far below the sticks that you can buy at a music store. Like, you shouldn't be actually drumming with them, alright? It's just for show, just for decoration. So if you do want to buy someone sticks, refer to what I said at the beginning of the video. Probably a 5A stick would be a nice neutral one. Or for concert band or band class, the SD1 General would be a good stick as well. Number 5 worst gift is these vibrating metronome watches. Now, I've never actually used one of these personally, so feel free to call me out in the comments if you believe that this is one of the best inventions in the world. But based off of other people's review of this product, I feel like it's kinda not necessary whatsoever. So it's basically a metronome that vibrates instead of beeps, and you put it on like wearing it like a watch, and it vibrates your wrist, and you're supposed to feel it and play to it. But the main problem that I'm hearing in like every review video is that when you're playing drums, you lose the feeling of it because there's so much movement. And they also make straps like for your leg and also for your chest, but I believe that it's not really a natural thing to try to concentrate on the feeling of your chest for pulse. I honestly feel that the audible metronome click would be the best thing to listen to for timing. And like I said before, there are a lot of free metronome apps, and this vibrating metronome is kind of expensive. But please correct me in the comments if you think I'm full of crap, because I never actually used it. And I probably won't use it because I like listening to the metronome. It's worked for me for years. No need to change it. Thank you so much for watching this video. Hopefully it was insightful. Compose a comment below if you have another idea for a good or bad gift for a drummer. And also make sure that you click that subscribe button, ring that Liberty Bell, and click that like button. Thank you to everyone who supports me over on Patreon. If you are able to, please consider going there to make a donation. It helps the channel a lot. And also consider buying a custom t-shirt such as this one. I will leave that link in the description. And have a good morning.